giving Hamas, the terrorist group, whatever they want is not a negotiation strategy. You have to be tough as nails and make sure that you don't give in to their tricks and their propaganda. And so there's reports that Hamas has given a positive response to a ceasefire proposal that Qatar and Egypt put together. Is that even in the realm of reality? Is it something that we agree to? I don't know, but I know that being tough is the right thing to do. IDF soldier was shot, moderately injured. Another one sustained some light gunshot wounds during clashes with Hamas gunmen in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. So these soldiers were evacuated. They're in the hospital getting treated. So things are intense. And if you look at what's going on between Paris and Jerusalem, France and Israel, there's this threat that we might close the French consulate in Jerusalem. And France says, a very strong response if Israel decides to close the French consulate in Jerusalem. And so I know that, we're like wondering, why are we hearing these rumors that they want to recognize a Palestinian state in just a few weeks in September? And so we're seeing how this is going to go. We don't want to see more disconnect, but we can't have this siding with terror. And we need our brothers and our sisters to come home. The whole country needs that right now. We don't give in to terror. I just want to talk real briefly about some of the lies that are Hamas lies about Israel. This misleading Gaza starvation imagery. So you have this 18-month-old Mohammed Zakaria, okay, and also Ayub al-Matuk in Gaza. And it showed that he's starving, but they all had brain and muscle development issues. There's like a bunch of these different pictures that are circulating around. And all of them had chronic illnesses. Yosef Mater, he was a toddler, and he suffers from cerebral palsy. Hamza Mishmish in the Nuseirat camp had long-term immune issues. Nauja Hajjaj, right? Esophagological disorder and chronic vomiting. This has nothing to do with Israel at all. But yet you have this picture, these top pictures circulating. What about Mossab al-Debs, paralyzed from traumatic head injury? That has nothing to do with starving or nothing to do with Israel. Hamas is stealing aid, but none of these people, you have Atef Kater, he's 17 years old, mysterious illness and psychological shock after he was in a fire accident, nothing to do with Israel. Abdullah Hani Mohammed, he has rickets and genetic bone disease, treated in Jerusalem already, nothing to do with Israel. Karam al-Jamal, and so he had the muscular atrophy. It's this paralysis since childhood, nothing to do with Israel. Osama Rakab, cystic fibrosis. These are medical issues. Well, you have those. You have The Guardian, CNN, Reuters, BBC, The Telegraph, Los Angeles Times, Financial Times, Al Jazeera post these images, and others post these images and not mention at all that these are pre-existing medical disorders. And it's just really sad because you have even aid bodies like UNICEF or the World Health Organization using the imagery and posting like it's Israel's fault. It's evil. This is propaganda. And I'm telling you what, is we can't fall to these misrepresentations of Israel. It's really malpractice. It's journalistic malpractice. And I just want to make sure that people won't fall to this. It's very sad that these people are being injured and they have these medical issues. And it's very sad that Hamas is stealing the aid and that the UN is not distributing the aid properly. There's a lot of issues in war, a lot of sad issues. It's not pretty. It's not nice. It's not good. But it's just sad that you have these images, even in the New York Times, and you have even Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, really her office being vandalized. You have all kinds of hate because of these false depictions of Israel. What about, how come nobody's up in arms about this actual starvation campaign of the hostages, Eviatar David, Rom Braslavsky, skeletal images that the Hamas is purposefully starving our hostages, our brothers, our sisters, our countrymen and women. Let's not fall to the propaganda. Propaganda war is part of the war. And I know that even we're about to, ask for Jewish people from around the world to come and serve in the army as we complete this war. Psalms 44 verse 5, it talks about through you, we're going to push back our enemies. Through your name, we're going to trample our foes.